Swings it inside for Rhodes. He surges forward. Rhodes is going to go it all by himself. It's Rhodes! It's 2-0 Northumberland. And will that be the deciding goal? Rhodes. Here comes Duke. Rhodes wants it back. Is he onside? It's Rhodes. It's 2-0. Confident play, and that will bury Fulham. It's 2-0, and he's absolutely delighted coming in to the game off the bench. They know that's the game. It's the 3 points for Northumberland. Sean Rhodes there, rolling back the years as a former Northumberland FC captain. He's 34 years of age, and yet still coming up with that vital second goal in both fixtures against Norwich and Fulham as well, that guaranteed victory in both accounts. So he's our player of the episode from last time out. And we're going to do two things for Sean. We are going to give him some new boots, of course, upgrade that appearance, and we're going to do something else as well. He's 34 years of age, yet we're going to give him a 1-year contract extension. Hopefully we'll get promoted. He's 74 rated, which is still very useful in Premier League, but with 10 months left on his contract, we don't want that to go to waste, and I think he adds a vital experience in the team, as we can clearly see in his match performances lately. So we're going to upgrade his appearance with his boots. He's a bit of a team player, he's very mature, and he doesn't want anything flashy like we have right here. So we're going to stick with a kit sponsor actually. We're going to go with the Umbro Velocita 6 Pro. And as we can see there, looking nice with a kit as well. And it matches our kit sponsor. So Sean Rhodes looking all nice there. And he is our player of the month our player of the episode from last time out. Let's get into the episode. Sean Rhodes there, getting his contract extension, 1 year and 10 months left on it now, and that means that hopefully, if we can get ourselves promoted this season, he'll get a 1-year crack at the Premier League, which he deserves after a long committed career for Northumberland FC. Right now though, we've got to focus on the league game up at Middlesbrough at the Riverside, but just before we'll get into it, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and you'll be helping a brand new channel get off the ground with a loyal fan base, a loyal subscription base, building as the channel grows. It's your opportunity to join with the channel, to fire out in the comments what you think about the team, what you think about the games, and maybe even if you disagree with the way that I'm running the team as well. I appreciate them all. Fire them out in the comments if you have any thoughts. But for now, hit the notification bell as well to keep yourself updated from the channel. That's my plug for now. We're going to get into our league game away at Middlesbrough. Let's do it. We are live at the Riverside for the Crunch Derby League game. It's Middlesbrough against Northumberland FC. The crowds are packed, the noise is loud, and here we go in the championship game. Middlesbrough languishing around mid-table. They've had an up and down start of the season. Northumberland have had a lot of hype around them. A win for them could technically take them top of the league, bearing in mind they have to keep their eye on about 4 other teams as well. But for now, they're concentrating on this league game. They have an away game up at Newcastle in the cup, a huge crunch game, but they've got to put that out of their minds. So Middlesbrough then 4-1 for them. Former Newcastle United man Sammy Abiobi's on the right hand side, Hernandez on the left, and Sparrow the main goal threat for them. Up front to the Northumberland, it's a bit of a changed team. Joao Pedro is going up front for them in place of Isaac James. Sturgio, the new boy, very impressive first game, gets a second run out. In the centre of defence, it's Carvalho and Manning in the centre of midfield. Schultz and Varga supplying the width for them. We are ready to go at the Riverside. It's going to be kick-off, and it's live. He's going to shoot from range, but it's a bit of a scrubber. Carvalho. Fancy feet from him. He wants it back. Carvalho. Oh, lovely work. It's Carvalho! Shot going wide. It looked all promising until the end result. Both teams just looked a little bit edgy so far. No one really taking the chance so far. It is McNair forward. It's Sparrow. It is 1-0 to Middlesbrough. The home team take first advantage. And just as we were saying that now the team really taking their chances, Middlesbrough do just that. Northumberland will have to start again, but it's poor defending from them. That ball from McNair comes inside, and with the left foot, he hammers it home 1-0. Oh, no foul. And Pedro Diaz will come away with it, with good pace as well. Can he get the beating of Pierce? Oh, fantastic ball. Look at that. Run for Sparrow. It's Sparrow. Is it 2-0? It is. Counter-attack from nowhere from Middlesbrough, and Northumberland find themselves 2 down. It's a well-taken goal in the end, but Northumberland have to look at themselves and ask themselves, why is there so much space there on the counter-attack? No mistake from Sparrow. He adds to his goal tally, and it is 2-0 to Middlesbrough. Cooper. Joao Pedro. Cuts in on his right foot. It's Joao Pedro from the edge of the box. It's 2-1. He opens his account for the club at a time where he really was needed as well. A well-taken goal from Joao Pedro, the Portuguese man. And it is 2-1 to Middlesbrough now. The gap closes. Is it game? McNair. Back to Amiobi. Good feet. And Sparrow blocked. Oh, and good save in the end. Middlesbrough should have done better as we just edged towards the half-time whistle. That was nearly 3-1 and nearly another source of fresh problems for Northumberland, who haven't looked comfortable in this game. As McNair comes again. Sparrow on his left, cut out. And Fiola will play it away. McNair, that's a good one. Sammy Amiobi. Quick feet again. Sparrow saved. Blocked rather. And it's been an uncomfortable one for Northumberland. The score is 2-1 Middlesbrough, but really it could have been 3, as the home fans appreciate what they've seen so far. Northumberland need to put the upcoming game against Newcastle out of their minds, because they are trailing at half-time. It's Middlesbrough 2, Northumberland 1. Northumberland management thinking about changes. Solberg being primed and ready. He's not happy with what he's seen so far. Piero lofted ball. That's a good one for Sammy Amiobi. Is he onside? He is. He will cut back on his left. He wasn't. He finds Crooks. Shot blocked. And saved from Parry again. Middlesbrough keep pushing. Another goal might just put them out of sight. Away from Pedro, and Schultz now with a chance to counter. He looks to find some space. And there's a good run from Varga. Will he go all the way? It's Varga. It's 2-2. Out of nothing, Northumberland counter-attack from the corner. And he's delighted. He celebrates in front of the away fans. And surely Northumberland will be pinching themselves. They haven't really deserved the 2-2 status in the game. But it's well taken by Varga on his left foot. And now game on. It's a triple substitution for Northumberland as they go for it. Duke coming on, Solberg coming on, and Sean Rhodes, the veteran captain of last season, coming on as well. It's Cooper. Cooper in space here. He's going to try on his left. Oh, and it's in! What a hit from Cooper. The defensive midfielder has just snatched the lead for Northumberland. They can't believe it. It's in off the crossbar. And have a look at this. Acres of space for him as he twists and turns, looks for options, but he decides to go for it, and it's just swerving away. In off the crossbar, and from nowhere, Northumberland come from 2-1 down. They lead the game 3-2 away at the Riverside. The manager absolutely delighted. Piero forward. Here's McNair and Sparrow. Here comes Hernandez then, twisting and turning, good feet from him, pulled back. It's Sparrow. It's 3-3. And Middlesbrough have always looked dangerous in that final third. Northumberland failed to deal with it, and it's another twist in the game. 3-3 the score with 20 minutes left on the clock. And will the home side push on towards victory here? Lovely ball outside. Hernandez was too quick. His ball back. Sparrow with that left foot finish. He's looked deadly all game. Varga taken quickly. Rhodes. Oh, and it's Solberg with the header. It's a good ball from Rhodes. There's some pace on it, and Solberg couldn't direct it at goal. He's frustrated. His cross blocked by Field. It's a corner. And the home side roar on their players as Northumberland look on anxiously. Solberg might rue that mischance. Carvalho What can he produce? Starting to look a little bit tired, Northumberland. Still Carvalho. In towards Rhodes. Oh, good turn. It's Sean Rhodes! Out wide. And that could have been the fairy tale ending that he has produced before this season. But drives a shot wide of goal. You can't believe it. And that could have been the 3 points on a plate. Just enough time to launch another attack for Middlesbrough with Howson. In field for McNair. Here's Sparrow on that left foot of his. It's Payero, safe and parry. Vital save if they want to keep a point in the game. Middlesbrough then with one last throw of the dice. Corner deep. And it falls for Diaz. Good save and parry. Another corner. As Northumberland hanging on now. Away from Cooper as far as Diaz. Howson. And it's off the line in the end from Pearce. He hacks away. That's going to be full time. Middlesbrough much the better team in this game. And they will wonder how they didn't take all 3 points. Northumberland lacklustre, perhaps with one eye on the midweek cup game against Newcastle. But Sparrow with a fantastic game. He gets his hat-trick in the end. It finishes Middlesbrough 3, Northumberland 3. You can see here then that Newcastle have signed Johnny Evans from Leicester City, and he'll be a tough one to crack in our hunt for goals in the League Cup in the next game. After looking at the game against Middlesbrough in the league last time out there, let me know in the comments, what do you think about the setup that we have going forward for the second 11? We're trying to switch the squad around to try and have a little bit of rotation going on, and I feel that second 11 is struggling a little bit against, let's be face it, bang average championship teams. Is there something that you would do differently? I'm thinking of maybe the midfield. I'm not sure if the 4-3-3 setup is working with the quality of players that we have in that second 11. Let me know what we think in the comments below, but for now we've got to think about Tyneside. It's going to be Newcastle United at St James's Park for the next game in the League Cup. It's the third round of the League Cup, the Carabao Cup, and we are live at St James's Park at night with the lights on. It's going to be an absolute cracker, a local derby. It's Newcastle United against Northumberland FC as the teams come out for the parade. The crowd are looking forward to see some tightly contested action. We expect to see a changed 11 for Newcastle United as they rotate things round. Northumberland go for broke. It's going to be a full strength team for them. And St James's Park absolutely jam-packed. It's going to be a fantastic affair, a special occasion for both sides, for both managers, for both sets of fans. And the stadium looking absolutely superb. Martin Dubravka keeps his place in goal. Newcastle United will set up with a five-man setup in defence. Alostondo centrally with Johnny Evans, the recent signing, on the left-hand side, and Fabian Shaw on the right. Richie Manquillo provide the width, and then three midfield and Amron, Shelby and Longstaff. No San Maxima for Newcastle today. It's going to be Callum Wilson and the youngster Munoz. In terms of Northumberland, they have a full strength 11 as they look to inch past Premier League side Newcastle United. It's going to be a familiar 4-3-3 setup for them, with Ashworth, the club captain, and Aaron Hooper being the stalwarts in defence so far this season. Cooper just in front of them in central defence, and then Rhodes and Babish will probably push forwards. Riley and Solberg providing the width, and Isaac James, the veteran, up front. Last minute words for Northumberland as they kick off in one of their biggest games in the club history. It's the Carabao Cup, and we're live at St James's Park. Here's Richie on the left, stopped by Clancy. Now Richie would have wanted to do better. He looked for a shot at goal and Clancy was straight over to block. Almiron will take the corner. Shelby miscontrols. We'll start again. Johnny Evans inside for Richie. Oh, good ball. It's Richie! Blazed over. And he's not happy with himself. 2 chances now for him. Simon. Here's Solberg and plenty of space. Solberg will look to shoot from range at Solberg. And for a moment that looked like it was going into the top corner. Shelby will take. And it's an unusual one. Comes out to Almiron. And now Callum Wilson with a chance to shoot. It's Callum Wilson. 1-0. Easily done for him. And the Premier League outfit take the lead. Newcastle there just showing their class. And Northumberland high up in the gods at St James's Park. Their fans, they look on. Retreat from Almiron and Wilson with time. Easily slotted home for him. Crunching challenge from Simon. And it was a fair one. Solberg loses out. Oh, Wilson, good turn. It's Callum Wilson. It's 2-0. Too easy. And maybe too much for Northumberland as they look on. Newcastle being very much the better team so far. With 10 minutes to go in the first half, it is 2-0 Newcastle and it's one-way traffic. Bamic somehow keeps the ball. James will turn by him. It's Isaac James and it's so poor. He should have done better on his left foot this time. And it just sat up and he drags it wide. Munoz looks dangerous as well. It's Callum Wilson wide to Longstaff. Put out by Simon, that's a good one. Solberg. James in space. It's Isaac James. Isaac James to Northumberland. Save from Dubravka. And in on the second time. It's a lifeline for Northumberland as we head into injury time in the first half. Isaac James eventually taking his chance. But Newcastle, who have looked much the better side, will be disappointed with that as they created space for Northumberland to move into. Good save in the first instance from Dubravka, but Isaac James makes no mistake on the second attempt. Newcastle United 2, Northumberland 1. And there's the half-time whistle. And Newcastle have dominated proceedings so far. And yet, they only lead by 1. They were 2-0 up. But Isaac James given a lifeline just as we ended the first half. He takes his chance. And can Northumberland get back into the game? It's 2-1 half-time. Isaac James wins it. Northumberland looking potent. Oh, and Solberg rides the challenge. It's Solberg! Save from Dubravka, and that was a good one. Solberg did well, rode one challenge, and his driven shot heading towards the corner of the goal. Shelby's outswing corner was a deep one, and it's Wilson cleared off the line by Simon. Here's Munoz. And now Ortiz. Chipped ball over towards Richie. Inside for Ortiz again. And eventually it's squeezed out wide. With Munoz. Wilson. Newcastle looking to put this game to bed. Overlap is there. It's Manquillo. Comes inside. Javier Manquillo and Wilson. And Wilson makes it 3-1. That might be enough for Newcastle, who had a rocky start to the second half. But Callum Wilson gets his second goal of the game. It's Newcastle 3, Northumberland FC 1. Disappointment high up in the stands for Northumberland fans. And it was well worked in the end. Manquillo comes inside. He spots Callum Wilson. A little shimmy from him and fired into the roof of the net. And will that be that 2-goal advantage that proves too much for championship rated Northumberland FC? We'll have to see. James. And now Babic. Good turn from him. It's Babic. And Babic has scored from absolutely nowhere. It's 3-2 to Newcastle just as the substitutes were preparing to come on. And is there another lifeline now for Northumberland? Babic shows his emotions at the state of play so far this game. And what a strange one, really. Acres of space for him. A nice little change of feet there. He slots in on his right foot and fires it past Dubravka, who didn't have time to move. It's Newcastle 3, Northumberland 2. Isaac James comes off, Riley coming off, and now with some fresh legs maybe with Joao Pedro and Carvalho. Bamic. Cooper. That's a good one. Joao Pedro spots the run of Carvalho. Carvalho scores! It's 3-3! Would you believe it? The substitute gets a second bite of the cherry and he scores, making it 3-3. Honours even at the moment now with 5 minutes left. Joao Pedro looked for that through ball and he found it in the form of Carvalho, and he makes no mistake. And Newcastle won't believe the scoreline. They've had plenty of chances to seal the game, but coming back with 2 goals late on is Northumberland, and it's 3-3. Pressure building now. It's Manquillo. Will he cross away from Ashworth? And it's scrambled. Oh, and in injury time, Miguel Almiron has scored. Newcastle delight, and that will be the game. Simon can't believe it. It was a scramble in the end as the pressure built and built. Manquillo's ball fired in. It was only half cleared. The defence got in a tangle, and there's Almiron ready to just slot it home. And surely that's too much now for Northumberland. 2 minutes to go in injury time. Oh dear, and here's Almiron. And adding insult to injury, it's 5-3 in the end. As Northumberland left open. Newcastle proving their quality late in the game. And they're just too much for Northumberland here. Almiron with pace still, and his driven shot getting past Parry. And that will be game. Tie over then, cup run over for Northumberland. It's been a fantastic game at St James's Park here. In the end, Newcastle and Callum Wilson showing their undeniable quality. The fans appreciate what they've seen. It's been a fantastic cup tie, a close run game, and in the end they're left delighted, the home fans, with what they've seen. Callum Wilson takes the match ball. Northumberland came back into it at 3-3 out of nowhere, but it finishes 5-3 in the end. The MKM Stadium is our venue today for today's league game of Hull City against Northumberland. Northumberland coming off the back of that desperate defeat in the final stages in the Carabao Cup third round against Newcastle United, and they'll want to make an amends here against bottom placed Hull City, lying in 24th of the Championship. Northumberland chasing 3 points that could put them in 4th in the league table, so big game for both teams in the rain here in Hull. And we are live at the MKM Stadium. Under the night here in the rain, Northumberland get things going with Carvalho against bottom placed Hull City. Isaac James, and just hacked down on the edge of the box there. It's going to be a yellow card for Alfie Jones. And Isaac James not too happy with what he saw in the early proceedings in the game. Lunging in there from the side. Oh, and Riley cut down by Hull. This time it's another yellow card. Andy Cannon now gets himself his name in the book. They swing it infield towards Cooper. Ashworth did well in the end. Here's Rhodes. Rhodes with a driven shot, panned away by Baxter. And back out, it's Riley, squeezed in, 1-0. The winger gets his account open on the game live at the MKM Stadium here. And Riley will be delighted with that as he celebrates in front of the away support. Northumberland take the lead as 1-0, and the initial shot from Rhodes parried in the end by Baxter. Carvalho was alive to the situation, just laid it off for Riley, whose left foot just squeezes in. It's Northumberland 1, Hull 0. Kept in play is Riley. Shimmy away on that right hand side with plenty of space. Look at this. Riley, the goal scorer. Who can he find? Chipped cross is away from Alfie Jones. Rhodes was there wanting it in the middle. Won again by Northumberland. Varga forward. Here goes Carvalho. Carvalho from range. Driven shot goes all the way in. What a goal from him. He's delighted. The 18-year-old midfielder takes that driven shot so well. And it's 2-0 now to Northumberland. They've looked very comfortable so far against bottom place Hull City. And the fans are not happy. So much space for Carvalho there in the centre midfield. He's allowed to drive inside. And the Hull defence backs off, and it's a driven shot. Baxter can't get to it. And Hull find themselves 2 goals down midway through the first half. Ashworth's ball is a good one for Varga. He's got space to break away from Smallwood. It's inside. Varga. The deep cross. It's a good one. Riley's there and should have done better. And it goes wide. Ashworth. Oh, what a ball that was. Rhodes. In towards Carvalho. James is there. He keeps it in play. Here's Varga. Oh, and Carvalho did well. 3-0. Just as the first half ends, Carvalho gets a brace. And superb composed play with him in the box there. Northumberland absolutely delighted. Caps a fantastic team move. Started at the beginning, with Ashworth's huge sprayed ball across the right hand side. Carvalho having the composure to take a touch onto his left and slaps it home for 3-0. Misery piled on there for Hull, who nearly got into the game at the end of the first half, but it's Carvalho who makes it 3-0 to Northumberland. Riley a handful of defenders there with a goal and a good shot on target as well, but it's all Northumberland so far. Rhodes forward for James. James collects. Oh, and back. It's Carvalho. It's 4. It's the hat-trick for the 18-year-old. What a game he's had. So composed in midfield. And he's absolutely delighted. It's his first hat-trick of his senior career. And Hull fans must be absolutely desperate here in the rain. They are 4-0 down. James with the confidence and the state of mind to play it in for Carvalho, who makes no mistake. It's Hull City 0, Northumberland 4. And overruns. And the ball runs into the puddle deposit, which kind of sums up Hull's effort so far in the game. Carvalho, however, the 18-year-old, having the game of his life. Hat-trick for him, and 3 points surely for Northumberland. And forward here is Rhodes. Oh, skips inside Rhodes, rolling back the gears. And now James. Save from Baxter. Fantastic save from him. And that could have been 5 for Northumberland, who are running riot here with time and space on their side. Wonderful reaction save in the end. Oh, heavy touch, and James wins it here. Carvalho and Hull forward at the moment, chasing that consolation goal. Might prove a little bit silly in the end. Carvalho, James, 5-0. Ruthless from Northumberland and selfless play from the 18-year-old Carvalho. He already has 3. He squares it along for James. And it's a rout here at the MKM Stadium. Northumberland running away with things. Carvalho looks up, sees the run of James. It's a first time finish for him. And he'll be delighted. He adds to his tally of the season. And that'll be the final whistle in the end. It's misery for Hull City. They take a 5-0 drubbing and remain in bottom place in the championship. Delight for Northumberland though, and delight for Pepper Carvalho. 3 goals for him. And return to winning ways for Northumberland after their disappointment in the midweek cup game against Newcastle United. In the end, at the MKM Stadium, it is Hull City 0, Northumberland 5. So that 5-0 victory against Hull has been really important for us. We come in 6th place as things stand in the championship. We have 17 points, 3 points off automatic promotion, so not looking too bad, but we have some tricky fixtures coming up in the future episodes on the channel. If you are enjoying the content, of course, don't forget to like the video, hit some thoughts down below in the comments, and hit that subscribe button. Don't be a stranger, you'll be supporting the channel grow from the ground up, and I'll absolutely appreciate your subscription. And you know, if you're happy to see future updates on the channel, ring the notification bell as well. You'll be updated and you'll be joining us on our journey, hopefully towards the Premier League. For now though, I have been your average FIFA guy, and until next time, I'm going to sign out. See you later.